I said, you seem to be in a spirit today.
Oh, that's what happens when you wait till after dinner to take your second dose of Adderall for the day.
Ah, nice.
Nasu.
I don't take it. Mine's an all day thing, so I don't have that problem. Anyways, okay, so you guys want to hear a funny story?
No.
Well, too bad you're going to hear one. At least I hope you think it's funny. Anyways, if you don't, fuck you. So we have this guy at work, right? And he's like a super hardcore Trumper. And before I started at the office, somebody got a dump Trump like car magnet and like kept putting it like on his filing cabinet.
This is already funny.
And he would like throw it away and like just like he tried to get rid of it for like I guess like 8 months until finally like one day he just like ripped it in half and took it home with him so he could throw it out. And so when I found out about that, what I did is I went on Etsy and I bought a bunch of stickers that are just Bernie Sanders' face. And I put one on his, I got like 10 of these fuckers. And I put one on his, like the filing cabinet that he like is like directly under his desk. So it's like, it's not like in a direct line of sight. And what I'm doing, like my plan is to like wait for him to like become like desensitized and then just like start slowly putting them in like more obvious places until like they're like really blatant and he's just become blind to them.
This is a very Jim and Dwight type of thing, and I really am here. I'm here for it. I'm really here for it. I was honestly going to start going through all the things that Jim had ever done to Dwight and just suggesting that you do those to him, but this one's pretty good.
Well, it's more funny this way because like I said, he's like a super hardcore like Trump right-wing like conservative. So, and just like how upset the magnet made him is like what prompted this. Like if he like hadn't been like so like crazy about the fucking magnet, I probably never would have like had the idea to do this.
He's dug his own grave.
Yeah.
Do you know what car he drives by chance?
Well, he drives a company car. So yes, I do.
Do you guys get your cars like washed frequently?
No.
Perfect. You should write 25th to 45th on the back of his windshield.
25th to 45th?
25th the 45th. It's the amendment about impeaching the president.
I think what I'm going to do is like put one of those stickers on like his back windshield because he drives like our project manager's trucks are pickups. So he's got like that really dark tinted, glass. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it like directly behind his headrest. But like the trick about that is that like I have to do it while he's there, which is like hard enough, but like he smokes like a fucking chimney. So like he'll work for like 10 minutes, go outside and have like a 30-minute cigarette break. So it's going to be like really hard and difficult to do. The next one I'm going to place, he's got like an old, well, I don't know how old it is, but he's got this box under another portion of his desk. That's like it's like a box that came from Jimmy John's, like where they put like the box, like their chips come in, but like when you like get like a catering order, like it comes in the boxes,
He kept one of those? Why?
I think he uses it for like a trash bin or something.
I put my lunch in there.
But so I'm gonna put one on that because like the tops of the box are folded in. I think he uses it for like scrap paper or something for like recycling. I don't know. But I'm gonna put one on that and then just kind of see how that goes in like a week or two. What I'm trying to say is I'm in this for the long haul and we can check back.
Okay.
See how brazen they've gotten. Because it was like $12 for like 10 of these, and they're meant to be car decals, so something like you put on like the back of your car, so like they'll fucking stick.
Today on Harassing Our Adversaries.
well, he's not really like my adversary. He's just kind of an idiot that I work with.
No, it's like you're Ash Ketchum and he's Gary.
Yeah. Anyways, are we gonna try and like continue our Twitter conversation, or are we just gonna go straight into music hot takes?
I think we're just gonna go for the music hot takes.
So yeah, it seems like Twitter's like a cursed subject. Although
Why's that?
It's you talked about doing it for like 4 weeks now, and like it just hasn't worked out. And then like when we finally do start recording it, your mic breaks.
I didn't even tell you what happened. Okay, all right, folks. So here's why we didn't record an episode last week. So we're having a conversation about Twitter and how Elon Musk has kind of taken it over, and how your opinion doesn't matter anymore because it's bought by a billionaire. And I go to adjust my mic, and the boom arm that is hanging on my desk snaps. Consequently, I have a microphone attached to said boom arm, which lands on its back, and on its back is where everything's plugged into. So it's no longer making a connection to the cable, because the cable like is like 90-degree bent, the like USB port inside of the microphone. So I go to adjust it and try to plug it in, and I completely snap off the metal piece that it plugs into. So we ended up not recording. So there's your story.
Story sucked. Want a new one.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from across the country and around the world, I am once again asking you to listen to this, the Life Midwest podcast.
We get fucking canceled.
Subsequently, that is the end of my Bernie Sanders imitation. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm your host, Kevin Palmer. We got our Thai correspondent, Wes Shirley, over there.
Howdy ho, or something.
Also joining us on this fine evening for episode 83 of the Life Midwest podcast is Seattle's best, but I don't mean the coffee, Lenny Wells.
Hey yo.
Can I start with the hot takes?
Yeah.
That song's a fucking banger.
You know how when you're watching the X Games and you're you're watching like somebody like do like some sort of airborne trick, and they take off, and you're really nervous for how it's gonna land, but you like don't know how they're gonna land.
You hear the that thing?
Yeah. That was me with your intro just now.
Well, I got real nervous because I was like, oh wait, this is starting to sound like Native American, but like what's the word I'm looking for? It was starting to sound like a caricature, like Native American sound. I was like, oh, I gotta like mix this up a bit.
I don't think you did.
Oh no. Well, there's a hot take. I'm shit.
There's a hot take. Speaking of hot takes, if you couldn't tell from the cold open, we were going to talk about Twitter and how it's, I don't actually know if it's like imploding, but people are talking about it as if it is. It's definitely a world of memes right now, but I mean, it's still technically standing. Not to say that I support what's going on with it or anything like that, but
it's not doing too hot.
It's not doing too hot. It's not. As Lenny's wife brilliantly put it, I think it was Lenny's wife that brilliantly tweeted it. It was something about how, and this is where my microphone broke last time, so I'm gonna like not touch anything while I say this. But it's kind of like when the substitute teacher shows up and tries to act like he's going to be the cool guy, and then you piss him off by third period.
Oh yeah, she did say that.
Yeah. So instead, we talked about what we wanted to discuss this week, and that's going to be music hot takes. I don't really know if we have like a format decided for this or not, but I know that I definitely have a few opinions to spout and just kind of, get a few reactions from Lenny and Wes, and I'm sure they have the same. Is that pretty much the format that we're going to do today?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Wes?
Yeah. Normally we spout. I think that is the format.
Spouting is the format, yeah.
Do you know who else spouts? My mom.
I'm telling her you said that. It's so mean to talk about your mom that way.
Hey, she'll
Yeah,
spout
literally on a podcast where we tell people to call their fucking mom. Like,
First
how
off,
dare you?
First off, Kevin, you know my mom will spout off, so I don't want to hear this fucking shit from you.
Continue.
I do like some regular show though, so good reference.
That's all I was going for, man. And then
Okay.
Kevin had to get real.
Well, just like it's like you like threw it's like Super Smash Brothers. Like you grappled me and like threw me in the air, but then like you didn't do anything with it.
That's because I'm not good at that game.
Okay, that's fair. Wes, I know you said you wanted to do the first hot take, so I guess we're just gonna jump right into it.
Okay. Well, in the spirit of it being December, which is traditionally where we're from, Christmas time, I fucking hate Christmas music. I'm not like a Grinch, but like when it comes to Christmas music, I want to murder people when I hear that shit. Fucking commercialized bullshit, happy joy, fucking cunt tickling, whatever. I don't fucking know. I hate that shit.
Wes, I think there's a really large segment of the world that would say that cunt tickling is probably a good thing.
Not when it's your cunt and you're a guy. I'm not supposed to have one, but god damn it, does Christmas music tickle mine.
You tried to paint a picture. Okay. You literally tried to equivocate Christmas music to cunt tickling, and then you literally turned around. It's like that meme of like DeWine is like Governor DeWine is like how he responded to COVID, and it's like this like majestic drawing of a horse, and like he gets past the ass, and all of a sudden it turns into like a third grader drawing. Like that's what you just did.
I third graded it? Fuck.
Wes, I will agree with you that like Christmas music in general is just pretty ass. I'm not a big fan of Christmas music. I'm not really a big fan of Christmas in general. I'm kind of am a Grinch.
This coming from the two atheists of the podcast. Like, is anyone shocked?
Well, it has nothing to do with like the quote unquote reason for the season. It's more it's just like
I don't remember. I do not remember that line from The Dark Knight, by the way.
You have to kill the Santa Claus. No, I just so it's more of like a product of like working in retail, and like
you don't work in retail.
Not anymore, but I did.
Okay.
And but also like I've had a lot of jobs where I've had to be like customer facing, even if it wasn't specifically retail, during the Christmas season. And when like you're super going through like a bunch of like mental health problems that you're not seeking therapy for, and people are like, oh my god, it's Christmas, and you have to be happy. But like you're not happy on the inside, it just makes it even worse. So it's really soured me on the idea of Christmas. But like I like Christmas in like one respect, and that's Christmas morning when my kids are happy about Christmas. That's the only thing I like about Christmas. And eggnog. I forgot about that. Eggnog's pretty legit.
Okay.
Like you remember that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where they're doing Christmas, and Timmy's dad is like sleeping and snoring and dreaming of eggnog, and he goes, eggnog. That's what I think about.
Is that you in cartoon form?
I mean, yeah, it could be. I don't quite have a Dinkelberg though in my actual real life.
You said you literally have neighbors who have a DeSantis 2024 flag. Would that not be them?
No, but like in the show, Dinkelberg's like he's like an overachiever and like does all the things that Timmy's dad wants to do. We're getting away from the hot take here. I'm sorry. Wes, tell us more about why you hate Christmas music.
Christmas was fun growing up. I don't mind Christmas. I am, I guess, an atheist. I don't like identify as that. It just turns out I am because I don't believe in a God. But like Christmas is utter bullshit. Like as I got older, I'm like, okay, it can be cool, it can be fun to like spend it with family, but like all the pressure, all the stress of like, gotta buy a present, gotta spend time with everyone, gotta make sure I call everyone, let them know they're loved, gotta make sure no one kills themselves this Christmas because it's so jolly and joyful. And then there's just like this fucking oppressive, commercialized bullshit music playing as its theme song all across any area. I'm in fucking Thailand and I hear Christmas music. Like, I cannot describe in any more coherent words just how fucking I feel about Christmas music.
Is there like Thai Christmas music, or do they just like adapt commercialized US Christmas music?
Yeah, they adapt commercialized Christmas music, but it's in their own language, which makes it feel even more manufactured and bullshit.
I have a follow-up question. So several episodes ago, or many episodes ago, we talked about how there are Mexican restaurants in Thailand.
Yes.
Do they play the Mexican Christmas music in those restaurants?
You mean like Feliz Navidad?
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't been in them during. I mean, like, so we're only 6 days in December. I've only started seeing YouTube advertisements for it, and like, if you go into a shopping mall, you'll see decorations and might hear some poppy Christmas bullshit.
Okay,
Like-
well, just over the next few weeks, just make it a point to go get some Mexican food and just walk in there and let me know if you hear, like, Feliz on my dog. Feliz on my dog. And just let me know. That's all I'm asking.
Can I do the next music hot take?
Yeah, go for it.
That song was also a banger.
I agree.
What?
I don't think that's a hot take. That was really good.
Oh, thank you. I wrote it myself just now.
Well, you're a fucking genius, goddammit.
Thanks.
What do you
Now
do?
all I need is $45 billion. I can go buy a Twitter.
Plus the annual upkeep cost of negative 10 billions or whatever it is.
Okay, so my real music hot take is that I cannot believe that the song Polly by Nirvana still gets like radio time. And I say that because like so Kevin, I know you know what the song's about, but Wes, do you know what the song is about?
You would have to like sing the song for me to even know what song you're talking about. I avoid Nirvana like the plague.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna sing the song because I don't like want to give it any more like attention that way. But basically like the premise of the song is that it's about this girl that gets kidnapped in the state of Washington. I think it was like in Auburn or something. And she was held by like her captive for I think like 2 weeks before she managed to escape out of his truck. Like he was taking her somewhere and she jumped out of the fucking truck. And that's what the song's about. So it's like from the perspective of like the kidnapper, which is weird in and of itself, right? Then like after it got like on like one of their CDs, it came to light that sometime between like that song coming out and like one of their live performances, 2 people like kidnap somebody and like this. So trigger warning for some people out there for bad sexual stuff. They raped this woman for like 3 days before like they got caught, but they would play this song when they did it. And
Jesus.
yeah, so and then like I don't know, somehow like Kurt found out about it. He's like, I can't believe like wastes of like genetic material would be fans of ours like that. So like so heinous. So they never played it live again. But like it still is on the radio. And like in this kind of like environment, right, where like people are trying to be like more of like an ally towards like women and like women's rights and feminism and things like that, when you have like people like they're just pieces of trash like Andrew Tate saying whatever they're saying about women and like shit that's fucked up. I can't believe that song like is still on the fucking radio.
I'm gonna be honest with you, as a huge Nirvana fan, I I did not know any of that.
I didn't know any of that either, but like, so I was listening to it the other, like, it came on like my Pandora shuffle the other day, and I was like, what the fuck is this song about? So like I Googled it, and that's where I learned all this fucking information. I was like, oh my God. And like, it comes on the radio.
I've actually never heard the song on the radio. Now I do have a theory as to why you still hear it.
I think I know what your theory is, and I think your theory is probably right, but still.
You are in the birthplace and the birth of the scene that Nirvana created, and I think that you have, and I'm not making an excuse, because like what you're saying is inexcusable, and like the song shouldn't be played, especially if Nirvana never played it live. But I just think because of the demographic and the listener base out there, and like how like that's like where the grunge scene originated, and I think still exists, like I think that's a piece of it.
You're definitely not wrong. There's probably like a huge like bias, listenership bias, I guess, in the area of the country I live in. But
Yeah.
it's just like, well, even because like I don't actively go out of my way to like listen to Nirvana. It's not that I like dislike them in the way Wes sounds like he does, but you know, every once in a while, like I said, like a song of theirs will come across like a shuffle playlist on, you know, or Pandora radio or whatever, because it's tangentially related to stuff that I actually do like. So
Right.
so yeah, like even just to like be out in the wild, you know, I don't know, it's just, I just have a hard time sitting with that. Does that make sense?
No, absolutely.
So yeah, that's one of my hot takes for tonight, is I don't think that song should be like around anymore.
That's fair.
Wes, you have any opinions on that?
Nirvana sucks and none of their songs should be anyway.
I feel like that's a hot take. Can we dissect this a little bit? Can we go back and like you can like double dip on this? Can you elaborate further?
I genuinely dislike grunge. Crucify me, I don't fucking know. I think the best thing that happened to Nirvana was that somebody else started singing. I'm not gonna say, but you know what I mean.
Jesus
Christ. Now we know about Dave Grohl and how cool of a musician he is, and I like what became of Nirvana in the later years. No, like their music is so ear-wrenching. I don't like grunge in general, so like I don't know, name a grunge artist and I probably dislike their music. I do, however, like harder rock that's less like droning and boring, and I do like softer rock. I actually do like the song Lake of Fire by Nirvana because it doesn't sound like Nirvana and it's not boring and droning.
So you don't like Pearl Jam?
I hate Pearl Jam.
Okay,
Same reason I do.
Okay, so like I also cannot stand like in general grunge, and I can't understand a single goddamn Pearl Jam song that like gets played on the radio. So like that's like one of the horrible things about living out here is that like Pearl Jam's on the radio all the fucking time.
Like I get the movement and I respect the movement. Like basically it's coming off the tail of 80s music, which was all like poppy fucking commercialized hair bullshit. And they're like, oh God, music sucks. We got to make music that's worse. Like, I get it. I like the concept. I just can't listen to this shit. Like,
I also really don't like Pearl Jam, and all I hear is
I'm gonna give you my, you know what, so I'm gonna argue. I'm gonna say two things to Wes's hot take. The first one is I don't think you would have had the Foo Fighters without Nirvana.
Fair.
So if you obviously,
Dave Grohl I think could have eventually formed something. I don't think Kurt was going to live much longer than he did. I really don't. With his heroin issues and his just I don't think he was going to live that long of a life. And so I think eventually you were going to have either one of, I think you were either going to have Kurt OD. I think you were going to have, the band split up. I think something was going to happen where Dave would have formed the Foo Fighters anyways, but not without Nirvana being there first.
That is
I mean,
fair.
like, he did say that like he appreciates like what came out of it specifically, with Dave Grohl. So no one's debating that. You're 100% right on that, but you still don't have to like the shit that came before. So what's the other thing you're gonna say?
Well, I'm gonna add one more thing. If you don't like Nirvana, Wes, have you ever listened to the song "You Know You're Right" by them?
You Know You're Right by them.
You know You're Right by Nirvana.
By Nirvana, right.
Yeah.
You Know You're Right. I don't know. The only reason I know Lake of Fire is because it has a very distinct sound.
Just when you said Lake of Fire and how it doesn't sound like Nirvana, this was like the last single that was released before Kurt died, and it sounded like Nirvana was taking a new direction, and it honestly does not sound like Nirvana very much. Like maybe a little bit, but not a whole lot. It was like they were evolving and like what Nirvana could have been. So for a lot of Nirvana fans, it was like this big fucking tease of like what could have been. So I just am curious for your opinion on that. But anyone else who hates Nirvana, just listen to that song, give it a shot.
Kevin, what's your hot take?
I feel like this podcast is becoming a show where we just make fun of me. So I'm just gonna play into that narrative.
Wait, what?
We only make fun of you when you're not here. We wouldn't do it to your face, bro. Come on.
All right. Fair. Taylor Swift is a good artist.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Yeah,
honestly,
most people agree with that.
I would agree with that. I think most people would.
There's a lot of people who can't stand her, and I'm gonna take a stand. I think Taylor Swift is a good artist, and I think a lot of her music is good.
A lot of her, like, yeah, I would say a lot of her music is good. You're right.
Her Folklore album, chef's kiss.
I don't know which one that is. Is that the new one that just came out?
No, it's the one before.
Oh, is that the one with the head? You need to calm down on it.
No, it was all like folk music. It was like very like.
Oh, then I haven't heard that stuff. But I will say so. Then probably like 2 albums ago, she did that music, that album.
Yeah.
Anyways, that had that song on it. I love that fucking song. It's such a good song. I had it on repeat for like 3 weeks, like when it first came out.
Huh.
And also, I recently learned that somebody I work with is like a huge Swiftie, and he's not the kind of person you would expect to be a Swiftie. We were working on a job one day, and for like a solid 45 minutes, that's all he played at on this job site was fucking Taylor Swift.
And you were like, "Holy shit!"
I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Are we just having like our own personal concert because you're mad you couldn't get tickets?" And he goes, "I shit you not. This is what he says. He doesn't like play off the joke. He goes, dude, did you see how much those fucking tickets were going for?" And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I couldn't fucking get any. And I was like, oh, okay. So like, this is a real thing for you. He's like a genuine like Taylor Swift fan. I mean, more power to him, but I just didn't expect it.
Yeah. I mean, I get kind of scared when Ashley's like, when her new shit comes out and it's about like killing your ex, and like Ashley plays that and she's like, "Isn't that such a good song?" And I'm like, I'm the one driving and I'm sitting there like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not her. You're not her ex though, so you don't have anything to worry about. You're fine. Just don't,
The guy is her ex because he's fucking dead.
Yeah, but you're not. Just don't fuck up.
Yeah,
not yet. Just don't fuck up. Yeah. Death grip on the steering wheel. Yeah, just don't fuck up. Yeah, just don't fuck up.
Try not to die, bro. Easy.
Easy clap.
Well, look, here's something you need to like just accept, because you're getting married, and Wes, I'm sure you've accepted this already as well. Your spouse is going to kill you. It's just a matter of when.
Yep. 100%.
The only thing you can really do is hope that it's like way later in life. Like, I know Brittany's for sure gonna smother me with a pillow when I'm like 72.
Oh, you're so lucky. I'm getting mutilated.
You're gonna get disappeared in a fucking Asian jungle, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. Gonna end up in Cambodia with no organs.
Hey, we hope you've enjoyed the first part of a two-part special and musical hot takes with Lenny, Wes, and myself. Hey, if you're looking for ways to support us, we do have a plethora of ways you can do so. We do have a PayPal set up at paypal.me/thelifemidwest. There's plenty of free ways you can reach out to us as well, of course. Any of our major social platforms at The Life Midwest. You can email us at support@thelifemidwest.com. And don't forget to check out our website at, you might have guessed it, thelifemidwest.com. Hey, we'll be back next Saturday with part 2 of this conversation and music hot takes, and if we can get Wes to like Nirvana and maybe Lenny to like Christmas just a little bit more than he does. No promises, though. The boys aren't here, so I'm going to shout out my amazing fiance, Ashley. Appreciate you so much for doing the things that you do. She's working so hard right now during the holidays, and she's going through it right now, so if you're friends with her on social media, give her some love. Other than that, it's been real. It's been fun. We'll see you guys next Saturday, and I guess most Saturdays, here in the Life Midwest podcast. Take care, call your mom, and have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.